Why is it that in today's day and time we are all walking around like zombies? I mean, addicted to something, strung out on something. We can't function unless we have a vape in our hand, we smoking weed, we popping pills, and it's glorified. And I'm just confused as to why. Why is it that everyone is an addict in this day and time and content with it? Hmm. Don't feel bad, because I was once in those same shoes. When I say in those same shoes, I mean I was going to sleep with my vape in my bed like it was my man, okay? I was waking up and hitting my vape before I brushed my teeth. I was at somebody's happy hour multiple times a week to the point that I got cool with the bartender, like, you know, you're going to see me on Wednesday. I'm rolling a joint before I go to the gym. And it got so bad, y'all, like, I'm on a weight gain journey. I couldn't eat unless I smoked a joint first. And so when I stopped smoking weed, I lost all my gains. And I'm just trying to figure out why. I figured out why, but I want to help you figure out why. Question number one, are you addicted to something? And if so, what and why? Because for me, it took me a second to come to grips with reality. Like, Madison, you have a problem and you need to get it together, because if I didn't, like, who knows what's next? Who knows when you'll get that feeling like, you know, this just really isn't doing it for me anymore. So let me graduate. And I never really agreed with the saying that weed is a gateway drug until I start smoking weed. And I started realizing, like, okay, I could see how somebody could start chasing a higher high than what they're getting from this. Not to mention everything is genetically modified, chemically enhanced. So the plant, the herb that we once were smoking and was natural, or that once was natural, should I say, it's not even natural anymore. You find something natural in America and I give you my last dollar. Don't worry, I'll wait. For me, I had to really sit down with myself and get to the root of the problem. I had to really come to terms with, why am I depending on something outside of myself to feel okay or to feel whole? And just that process alone was a lot. When I was waking up in the morning and hitting a vape before I brushed my teeth, I knew it was a problem. And even with me knowing it was a problem, that didn't stop me. It came to a point where it was like, okay, I want better for myself, but what if I try to stop doing these things and depression really wins? What if I really fold on myself if I don't have these vices? But you gotta know, I had to know, you are stronger than any problem that may come your way, any circumstance, any bad situation, any bad day, bad week, bad month, whatever. You are stronger than dot dot dot. You fill in the blank. It's nothing that's bigger than you. Nothing. And I don't mean that in a cocky way, or, you know, but it's truly nothing that can come your way that's bigger than you. I didn't stop until I was like, this is not the person I want to be. This is not how I want to function. This is not how I want to live my life. I don't want to be the person 5, 10 years from now holding a thing on their neck to talk, because I couldn't stop vaping. Because really, honestly and truly, what is this doing for you? A lot of times I'll be in traffic just vaping, just for the fuck of it, because it was something to do in traffic that kind of like kill your nerves. But then again, it's just the smoke. I just like the smoke part of it, if that makes sense. But once I asked myself the question, like, am I addicted to this? And I answered it honestly, yes, I am. I had to really get down to the root of why. Like, why does this have me in a chokehold? Not just vape, but weed as well. Not just weed, but liquor as well. When I was drinking on a weekly basis, like, and there's nothing wrong with having a drink, but what voids are you feeling? When I start answering those questions, and those are not easy questions to answer, but when you answer those questions, whatever answer you come up with, attack it head on. Like, attack the trauma head on, deal with it. Like, get to the root of the problem. Stop just suppressing your issues, your problems with getting intoxicated, getting drunk, getting high. Stop. We glorify popping pills. We glorify drinking whole bottles of Casamigos. We glorify these things, and it's sick and sad, okay? My 16-year-old cousin vapes. Sick and sad. Like, no, I'm not bashing her. She's not the only kid that does it, but it's sad that that's what our world is coming to, and it's just like casual now. Like, oh, yeah. No, no, that is not okay. Sometimes it's who you surround yourself with. Sometimes it's not 100% on you, but if you're in crowds where that's the thing, that's what we do when we hang out, like it's time for a switch up, or it's time for y'all to come together collectively as a friend group and decide to level up and do better, because that's not getting you nowhere, but um, your liver's failing, your kidneys failing, no one wants that. Nobody has time for that. But if that's how you want to live your life, drinking and smoking and clubbing and watching porn and all that kind of stuff, take a shot for me, roll up for me, by all means. Because can't nobody make you want better for you but you. So it wasn't until I realized that I had to really buckle down on myself in the self-discipline aspect, and it's so hard to really embody self-discipline in this day and time because everybody around you lacks it. Everybody. It's like nothing's off guard anymore. Like everything just goes. Like whatever you wake up and you feel like you want to do, hey, go ahead and do it. It's no boundaries, it's no morals, it's no principles. And everyone seems to be conforming to being okay with that, and it's scary. And I don't want to be that person. I want better for myself because I am better than that. And so when I really snap myself out of it, it was of course a process. And for me, the first part of the process was, okay, why are you using this as a crutch? What is this a crutch for? Like, what are you running from? What traumas are you trying to numb? What are you numbing? And what I realized is I was running from reality. I was trying to numb different pains that I was feeling and dealing with. And yeah, it worked. You get high, you hit the joy, and it's really like middle fingers up to any problems, any worries, any stress. You hit it again if it ain't work, and you're good. But you got to roll up again, because guess what? When you come down from your high, all those problems, all those worries, all that stress is still right there in your lap. So it really comes down to a point of like, do you want to just stay in the rat race? Do you want to just stay in a loop of numbing your pain temporarily, numbing your traumas and silencing your thoughts, your mind? Is that what you want to do? Because if so, then by all means. But if not, you gotta choose different. Nobody's gonna choose for you, and eventually your body will choose for you, because your body can only take so much. So when your liver starts failing, or your kidneys start failing, or your lungs collapse, then you'll be like, oh, I should have. But why? Why wait till it get to that point? Why put yourself through something so devastating and detrimental to your health, and possibly even fatal, for you to snap out of it and realize, like, I'm better than this, and realize that anything that you need, anything that I needed, is inside of me. Anything that you need is inside of you. You don't have to go outside of yourself for nothing. Everything that you need, you have. You have to know that, you have to stand in that, and you have to believe that. And it wasn't until I stood in that I realized that everything I was doing was so below me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm never going to smoke weed again. But I promise you it won't be till I'm growing my own. Because that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm not going to say I'll never drink again. Because, baby, I'm going to have me a drinky drink. But I can't say I'll never pick up a vape again. And temptation is really real. We live in a time where everybody is vaping. I mean, my little 16-year-old cousin is vaping. That's sad. It's sad because why are you being controlled by something that you put on a charger, something that you know is not good for you? We are sucking on a battery. What in the hell is really going on? Snap out of it. Wake the hell up. No problem that's greater than you. It's no issue. It's no circumstance that you can't get out of. It's nothing bigger than you. But you got to know that. You got to believe that. You got to stand in that 10 toes. Like, for me, when I was breaking my addiction to nicotine, to vape, it was very hard. It was very hard because, like I said, it's all around me. And when you have a drink or two, you want that vape. You want that hookah. But no. I mean, hookah, I feel like is okay if you outside and it's, you outside. I have a hookah at home, but I gotta stay on top of myself even with that because I stopped vaping. But I be damned if now I'm gonna be filling up this bowl with shisha and doing that as a replacement. Got my hookah on the side of my bed. I be damned. So it's just all about self discipline and staying on top of yourself, which is not easy, but it is doable and it needs to be done. Like it needs to be a drastic change just everywhere. Replace your bad habits with something positive. Reinforce yourself. So if you like to smoke weed and you feel like, oh, you can't function without smoking weed, find something else that it's not gonna make you feel as good or as free or relaxed or whatever, but find something else. Take you a bubble bath. Go for a walk in the park. Pray. Talk to the Most High. Talk to God. Like, ask God to deliver you from whatever it is that's keeping you confined in that box of addiction, because I promise you, you are greater than whatever it is that's keeping you right there. And you can't overcome whatever bondage that's keeping you there. You could break every chain. I'm not a religious person by no means, but I am very spiritual, and I do believe in God, and I do believe in, you know, his power. And you waking up every morning, you got to know you're not waking yourself up, you know? So just lean not on your own understanding and give those problems to the thing that created you, not your mom and your daddy, but the thing that created them, not your grandparents. But you know, let's really think about it logically. Give those issues to something greater than you, whether you think it's God, the universe, Jehovah, Buddha, whatever it is. Give it to that thing and just trust the process, but stand on business, stand on big business, stand 10 toes behind yourself every time. Like, don't fold on yourself. And if you do fold on yourself, give yourself grace, but not too much. Don't excuse your bad behavior if you know it's something you shouldn't be doing. How determined you are determines your outcome. So light that fire under your ass. Find your why. Find your reason, whatever it may be. I don't want to be the person walking around with a little thing on my neck talking. I don't want to be the person around my little cousins vaping and passing them my vape like this is cool, or, you know, messing. I don't want to be that person. So that's my why. I see where my peers are going. I see how everybody is walking around like zombies and can't function unless they have something in their system. I don't want to be that person. You got to want better for yourself to get better, period. Because the truth of the matter is, you will never experience new territories in your comfort zone. As long as you stand in where you comfortable, you're never going to see anything outside of that. Outside of your four walls and the roof, you ain't going to never see nothing else. And I'm not trying to put anybody down or belittle anybody, because like I said, I've been there. And it's a daily like battle with myself. But you got to know that you can master yourself. You can conquer yourself. And once you do it and you look back like, yeah, I did that. And can't nobody take that from you but you. So again, don't fold on yourself. It all boils down to, what do you want for yourself? Like, when you really picture, if money was no object, how would you want to live your life? Honestly and truly, most of our problems are only as bad as we make them. Like, what you water grows, what you focus on expands. So it's a mindset thing. You got to change your mindset if you want to see a different reality. Change how you think, change how you speak to yourself, change how you allow people to speak over you and speak to you about you. You got to get serious with your boundaries, even with you. Like, how I handle me matters. So how the next person handle me, you damn skippy, is going to matter. And I'm not tolerating just anything because I don't treat myself that way. But you know what? When you don't respect yourself, when you walking around here and filling yourself up with toxins every time you turn around, how is somebody else going to take you serious? How is anybody else going to respect you, love you, honor you, cherish you? How do you do those things to yourself? No, you can't. If you constantly pumping yourself up with toxins, you can't. In my opinion, addiction is nothing but a bad habit, but it can also be a good habit. You can be addicted to making money. You could be addicted to working out. You can be addicted to reading. You could be addicted to learning. You can be addicted to helping others. It's all about your perspective and what you choose to be your story, what you choose to be your narrative. Because at the end of the day, the choice is yours, and You choose it. You choose how you live your life.